Okay, so these are some life musings from an aging Andrew Feltham. Thank you very much for sending these through. When I say the other day, I could be referring to any time between yesterday and 15 years ago. I remember being able to get up without making sound effects.
Yeah, I reckon there's basically one per decade. So depending on how old you are. So I'm 4 noises to get out of a chair.
I had my patience tested. I'm negative. Remember, if you lose a sock in the dryer, it comes back as a Tupperware lid that doesn't fit any of your other containers. If you're sitting in public and a stranger takes a seat next to you, just stare straight ahead and say, "Did you bring the money?" When you ask me what I'm doing today and I say nothing, it does not mean I am free. It means I am busy doing nothing.
Yeah, that's good.
I finally got 8 hours of sleep. It took me 3 days, but whatever. I run like the winded. When someone else asks what I did over the weekend, I squint and I ask, why? What did you hear? When you do squats and your knees, are your knees supposed to sound like a goat chewing on an aluminium can stuffed with celery? I don't mean to interrupt people. I just randomly remember things and get really excited. Don't bother walking a mile in my shoes. That would be boring. Spend 30 seconds in my head. That'll freak you right out. Sometimes someone unexpected comes into your life out of nowhere, makes your heart race, and changes you forever. We call those people cops. And one final one. My luck is like a bald guy who's just won a comb.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never.
So simple yet very effective stitch-ups. I set an alarm clock for 2 a.m. at school and locked it in my cupboard. Left the dorm for the night as I was a day student. The hell that came was epic. A bunch of guys trying to break into a locked wooden cupboard at 2 a.m. It was an electric alarm clock and the plug point was outside the cupboard, but at 2 a.m. they couldn't think to turn the plug off.
Michael Mann put an image of an adult film scene in amongst a family album on a scrolling photo frame.
Oh, my parents have got one of those. I could send them that right now. Oh, jeez. Listen, Kerry Wilson. Every now and then before I'd leave a pub, I would find the worst song on the jukebox and play it 3 times, then walk out before they started. The bar staff told me people would get all confused and then real pissed off at the same time.
This from Ian Adams. I used to wander the workshop/job site with a thumbtack and punch a small hole just below the lip of any drink can I could find. The hole was small enough to go unnoticed, so the drinker would either think that they were sloppy or just couldn't manage to handle things for the first 2 or 3 slurps.
Oh, this is too good. This is simple yet very effective from Martin Webster. I took a screenshot on the wife's phone of her main screen, moved all the apps off the main screen, and added said screenshot. Amused me for a lot longer than it should have. So she would have been trying to click on all the apps and nothing would have been working.
This from Paul Coughlin. Saw a story at one point where someone's partner was reading a Stephen King novel and was so traumatized by it that she took it to the local pier and threw it off the end into the sea. Her partner went and bought a new copy, ran it under a tap, put it in a bedside cabinet drawer. He's going straight to hell. I'll see him there. This one, the last one from me, from Richie Goodrum. I swapped the cardboard sleeves out on the old supermarket ready meal curries. It's like ringburn roulette. Will it be a korma or a jalfrezi? The only downside is not seeing the fruits of my mischief come to bear.
So, on this show, we like to refer to Jay as the man of many voices. Oh, my God! I've found something that I can reckon that rivals you.
King Julian.
You gotta give it that hug too. Spit on that thing, Marie.
Donkey.
Oh, you gotta give it that hug too and spit on that thing, Fred.
The Grinch.
Mac, you gotta give it that hug too and spit on that thing.
Stewie Griffin.
Ew, you gotta give it that hug too and spit on that thing.
Gollum.
Precious, you gotta give it that hug too and spit on that thing.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh, you gotta give it that hug too and spit on that thing, huh?
Finally, do snap.
Mr. Potter, you've got to give it that hawk tour and spit on that thing.
He's so good, eh?